Welcome to your Mars retrograde transit forecasts for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's astrological forecast with you for this transit. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, welcome. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. And for those of you who are following me, thank you for your support and for sharing your journey with me. So Mars is often referred to as the red planet. It symbolizes where we come up with our energy, our action, our ambition, our passion, our drive. And so it's a cardinal sign. It wants to initiate, it wants to start. It governs how we assert ourselves, how we pursue our goals, how we handle challenges. It's known as the planet of war. Mars represents the power to cut, to sever, to remove anything that no longer serves us or that is in our way. Now, this energy, while it's associated with action and ambition, it also has the capability to declutter or to detach or to make these decisive changes within our lives. During Mars retrograde, this dynamic shift is going to be inward. It's going to offer you this time of offering a redirecting and a refining of these impulses. From December 6, 2024 to February 23rd, 2025, so this is an extended period of time, Mars is going to be retrograding through the sign of Leo and the sign of Cancer. Through these two signs, it's inviting you to reassess, to reflect, and to rechannel your energy. Retrogrades, they're these potent time to reevaluate how you can use Mars's force and how it's working in your life. And in order for you to make these intentional changes to enhance clarity, your vitality, and purpose. Mars retrograde, it offers a unique opportunity to turn its cutting and its decisive energy inward, helping you to release these unproductive habits or anything that is stagnant within your goals or unresolved conflicts that you may have. This transit encourages you to not just declutter both emotionally because of the sign of Cancer, but also physically, the sign of Leo. It's focusing on what truly aligns with you in your path. Ways that you can work with Mars's energy during this retrograde period is reflect and reevaluate. Take stock of your goals, your passions, your ambitions, and identify what truly matters to me, what needs to be released, what can I cut, what can I sever. Review and resolve. Address any unresolved conflicts or patterns that are blocking your growth, looking for ways to transform and release them. Definitely rest and rejuvenate, because this is a time to restore your energy, to prioritize self-care, and to rebalance where things in your life are out of balance. Revisit and redo. Return to your creative or your personal projects that once brought you joy and success and that you're passionate about. Direct Mars cutting energy in the direction of what needs to be cut and severed. Intentionally sever ties with no longer what serves you, whether it's unproductive habits or draining relationships or any outdated ambitions that you may have. Do the inner work. Engage in practices like therapy or journaling or meditation, or address your emotional wounds that foster your inner growth. Take time to reassess your vitality and your health. Implement strategies that can help you to restore your physical, your emotional well-being, letting go of anything that detracts from your vibrancy. Mars retrograde begins in the bold sign of Leo. It's highlighting creativity and passion and self-expression. This phase is really going to encourage you to revisit your old creative projects, to rekindle relationships, or reignite joy in activities that connect with your heart. The fiery energy of Leo, it can feel muted during this retrograde, and so it's offering you a chance to refine your creative ambitions that align with your authentic self. Then, as Mars shifts back into the watery sign of Cancer, the focus is going to be more inward towards emotional security, your home life, wanting things to be more nurturing. Use this period to address family dynamics or create a sense of safety and security so you can build stronger emotional foundations. Cancer's sensitivity, it can really amplify your emotions at this time, making this a time for gentle self-care and deliberate actions on your part. Mars retrograde, it can really bring about irritability or frustration and even a sense of stagnation. Now, this can feel unsettling. It's basically a call to slow down, to focus on intentional action rather than impulsive reactions. Without the directness of Mars typically provides when it's moving direct, you might feel compelled to cut or sever in unhealthy ways. So redirect this energy by choosing productive outlets, such as revisiting hobbies or exercising or creating boundaries that promote harmony. Know that Mars retrograde is this powerful reminder to slow down, to reflect, to realign your energy. During this period, you're going to have the ability to cut and sever that's going to help you release what no longer serves you for your best and highest good, whether it's outdated goals, toxic relationships, or limiting beliefs. Use this time to revisit your past projects and prioritize self-care. Strengthen your emotional and your physical foundations. By channeling Mars's energy consciously, you can emerge from this retrograde ready to take this inspired action, fully aligned with your renewed sense of purpose and vitality. As Mars stations direct in February of 2025, you're going to be prepared to move forward with clarity and confidence. Offerings this month. Join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content, and we also talk on all forms of energy healing. As a member, you'll gain access to ad-free videos, early forecasts, monthly live energy YouTube connections, and astrology Zoom sessions. It's the perfect place if you're ready to dive deeper into the currents that are going on within your life. Go to the link below in the description to explore all the membership tiers and benefits. Definitely check out my 12 Days of Mystic Holiday Magic. Follow the link below. And a special for Sagittarians, celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code Sagittarius10 at checkout to enjoy this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment today and discover what the universe has in store for you for your year ahead. Additionally, I offer live astrology consultations every other Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get in the queue because spaces fill up fast. Be sure to sign up using the link below. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you, helping you to navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries, Mars is your chart ruler. It's always important for you to be following along with where it is and where Mars is going, what it's actually doing, the house that it's in. And so first, I want to take a look at, it's currently in your 5th house, which is in a harmonious aspect to who you are. So it comes back to you, your identity, and things that you need to cut, sever, and remove. So in your 5th house of romance, children, creativity, pleasure, joy, what you want to give birth to, you might feel creatively blocked, or you might feel uninspired, as though your usual passion and your self-expression, like your light has been dimmed. Romantic relationships might feel stagnant at this time, or past issues, they can come back and they can resurface, creating difficulty or tension. If you have children, their needs might demand more of your attention, leading to some frustration. Opportunities that can come from this is the ideal time to revisit those creative projects that you've put aside and to reconnect with hobbies that bring you joy and pleasure, to tap into your inner child, to explore ways to reignite romance within your life, reflecting on what truly brings you happiness that you can help align with your passions. I'm encouraging you to not rush into creative or romantic pursuits at this time. Instead, allow allow yourself play, experiment, rediscover what truly lights up your heart. This could be journaling or art or simply spending time with loved ones that can provide you valuable insight. And then Mars is going to slip into the sign of Cancer, your fourth house of your home, your family, your foundations, your roots, traditions. The fourth house is what you build your life upon. And so the challenges can be, you might face this tension within your home or with family dynamics. There can be these old emotional wounds that are related to your upbringing that can now come to the surface, requiring healing or a type of resolution. There can be domestic projects that within your home, like house projects of remodeling, that can come up, and you might experience delays with them that require some type of a reevaluation. The opportunities that are going to come from this is the potential to strengthen your relationships with family members, and offering you this opportunity to address the past of misunderstandings or conflicts, decluttering and reorganizing your personal living space to create a more nurturing environment. Reflect on, what does home mean to you? Work to establish these greater emotional foundation and security for yourself. Spend time connecting with your roots, whether it's through family traditions or genealogy, or creating like a sanctuary like home, prioritizing your self-care for your emotional balance. Remember that Mars retrograde is going to be a time to slow down, to reflect, to reassess how we utilize Mars's energy as a way of action and ambition and indecisiveness. When the energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut, to sever, and remove what no longer serves us. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe. So for Taurus, you are having Mars now stationing retrograde in your fourth house. This represents the foundation of which you build your life upon. Your home, your security, your emotional foundations, your traditions, your family, your roots. And so at this time, with Mars going backwards, it's about a challenge with domestic harmony. You might feel like out of reach. There can be this frustration with family members, or these feelings of a disconnection within your sense of your home that can now be brought up with the people that are living there, or what your sense of security means. There could be plans for moving or renovating that you could experience delays or setbacks. This could be with people that are moving in and out of your home. This could, like parents or children, or within yourself. Use this as an opportunity to revisit any unresolved family issues, or focus on creating a more nurturing environment or a harmonious home environment. Reflect on how your past influences and your current emotional needs, and work to heal those old wounds. Focus on creating stability within yourself first, whether it's rearranging your living space or engaging in these meaningful conversations with loved ones. Aim to build a solid foundation. Then Mars is going to shift its retrograde back into your third house. Now the third house, it covers topics of communication, siblings, neighbors, short distance travel, things that are going on within your local community. So we're taking it from your home and then spreading it out through the way that you network with others within this smaller area. And so challenges can be communication mishaps with neighbors or siblings or with your coworkers that can now be brought up. There can be these delays within travel plans, or difficulties with learning a new skill could create frustration. Remember that the third house is how you take in information and how you share information. It also includes like technology and ways that you travel, cars, bus, planes. So opportunities that can come from this is you revisiting the way writing or speaking or educational projects that need a refinement. This is going to be a really great time for you to reconnect with your siblings, or to connect with neighbors, or to resolve these past conflicts that there have been these misunderstandings. I want to cut and sever, and let's just cut to the chase. Let's get to the problem of the matter. So be patient with delays and miscommunications at this time. Practice active listening to ensure that your words are clear and that they're thoughtful. Remember that Mars retrograde is going to be a time for you to slow down, to reflect, to reassess how you utilize Mars's energy of action, ambition, and decisiveness in your life. When this energy is focused inward, it's asking you to cut and sever and remove what no longer serves you. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking to book a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Gemini, this is going to be in your third house of communication. Mars stationing retrograde is going to be asking you to cut, sever, remove topics that revolve around learning, your immediate environment, communication, neighbors, siblings, cousins. It's cut and severing miscommunications or struggles, because this is where the challenge lies with technology. What you're saying, your actions, are your actions making sense? This could truly disrupt your plans. You might feel uninspired or find it difficult in order for you to articulate your thoughts at this time. The travel plans can be delayed or canceled, leading to frustration. This is a good time for you to go back to old classes, old workshops, old ways of communicating and saying, this is not working. What can I cut, sever, and remove? Now the opportunities lie in you reflecting on, how do I express myself, whether within my communication style that aligns with my intentions. How can I revisit these learning opportunities? How can I refine my writing projects or re-engage with my local community? I'm suggesting that you slow down. You double check all messages, your emails, your texts, your travel plans. Use this time to strengthen your connection with your neighbors and your siblings. And then Mars is going to then shift into your second house. Now, the topic now moves into your finances, your personal values, your skill set, your cash, your property, your self-worth. It brings it and makes it more actionable for you. And so this can bring about a financial strain or an uncertain way of, where are my resources? What are, you needing to put out all your bills and saying, I have to have a prompt in order to reassess my spending habits and my earning strategies. I need to take a look at everything, and I need to disconnect from my values and my questions of my self-esteem of, what can I cut? What can I sever? I know my value. I know my worth. So you might feel like not connected to these topics. I'm encouraging you to reflect on your relationship with money or your material possessions. Revisit any financial plans or projects that once brought you success. Strengthen your self-worth by aligning your finances with your values. It's laying everything out and saying, what is working, what is not working, what can I sever, rearrange, or realign in order to make it better. And avoid impulse financial decisions at this time, because Mars wants to move forward, and this is about slowing down and being deliberate about where you're moving forward. Focus on building stability through budgeting and letting go of unnecessary expenses. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Cancer, this is going to be all about you. It's all going to be about yourself. Your first house is your identity, your appearance, your self-expression. Mars is first going to station retrograde in your second house, which represents your personal money, your possessions, your skill set, your cash, your property, your personal values. And so the challenge that can come with Mars stationing retrograde in your second house, it brings up financial frustrations for you, or these feelings of inadequacy that revolve around your earning potential that can now surface. You might question whether your current financial goals, do they reflect your personal values? Try to look at this as a chance for you to refine your financial strategy in order to realign with your core values, to let go of any possessions or habits that no longer serve your highest good. This is going to be a good time for you to focus on what truly matters to you, to simplify your finances by identifying and eliminating any unnecessary expenses. This is going to be a great time for you to lay out all of your bills and take stock of them and say, what can I cut? What can I sever? And look at all your resources. Look at all of your belongings and say, do I want to give this to a warm hand? Do I want to sell this? What do I value? Then Mars is going to slip back into your first house. This is a feeling of lack of motivation or confidence in how I pursue my personal goals. Remember, the first house is about you. So these old insecurities about your identity, your appearance, they can now resurface. This is requiring an inner reflection on your part. This retrograde is going to be a time for deep reflection, reassessing your personal goals and how you wish to present yourself to the world. Prioritize self-care in doing things or activities that can help you recharge who you are. Focus on rediscovering your authentic self and realigning your actions with your true desires, because when it finally stations direct, you will have cut and severed everything that no longer serves you and move forward with more energy, passion, desire. Remember that Mars retrograde, it's a time that we want to slow down, we want to reflect, we want to reassess how we utilize Mars's energy of ambition, of action and decisiveness. When this energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut and to sever and remove what no longer serves us. So when it moves direct, we are free of what has been holding us down. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking to book a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Leo, this is all about you. It's about your identity, and it's about your fears. It's about your subconscious patterns. And so having Mars in your first house, now stationing retrograde, it brings up topics about your personal goals, your self-expression, your health, your vitality, your interests, your desires, you being seen. The first house is you, what you're presenting to the world. And so you can experience personal frustrations or feelings of stagnation within your inner goals that can now emerge. You can experience self-doubt or feeling disconnected within your usual sense of personal confidence. The opportunities that can come from this is you revisiting your personal goals and refining, how do I express myself to the world? What do I want to share? How do I want to present myself? Use this time to reconnect with your inner strength and to clarify your direction. Take some time to reflect on what are your priorities and how you wish to show up in the world. How do you show up to other people? Avoid overexerting yourself and focus on you building or rebuilding your confidence. and then Mars is going to shift back into your 12th house. This is about emotional turbulence, or these feelings of isolation that can now arise as these old fears or unresolved issues, they come to the surface. Think of it as the broken record of what people have said to you, what you say to yourself, or what you have brought in from past lives, and it's karma, and it's an opportunity to break that, to break that and to heal and renew from this. This is going to be a powerful time for you to do the inner work, to explore meditation or yoga or therapy or these other practices that help you connect with your subconscious mind. And this could be any type of dream work, the Akashic records, past life regressions, anything that asks you to sit still and connect to the divine, your spirit guides, your ancestors. Embrace the solitude and embrace the self-reflection. Use this time to let go of these limiting beliefs and prepare for this beautiful fresh start when Mars stations direct, because Mars is here to give you this opportunity to cut and sever the limiting ties of self-doubt that's within your head in order to move forward with freedom and liberation of who you are. Remember, Mars retrograde is this time to slow down, to reflect and reassess. How do you utilize Mars's energy of action and ambition and decisiveness? When this energy is focused inward for you, it's asking you to cut and sever and remove what no longer serves you in order to heal and renew. This is about your personal unconscious and karma and coming out new and feeling it's doing the shadow work. This is you doing the inner work in order to experience the positive that comes from relief and healing. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Virgo, we now have Mars stationing retrograde in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house for you is the hidden house. It's our personal unconscious. It's spirituality. It's all hidden matters. It's secrets. It's rest. It's subconscious patterns. It's where we go to tap into our higher power, our divine, to receive those messages that are from the beyond. And so at this time with Mars stationing retrograde here, old fears can resurface. Unresolved issues or these hidden patterns, they can now emerge. This creates this emotional turmoil or a sense of isolation. You might feel less motivated and you might crave solitude in order to process these inner experiences. The opportunities that can come from this is a really great time for you to do the deep introspection. Work on understanding your subconscious patterns that may be blocking your progress. Engage in spiritual or meditative practices that help you release old baggage in order for you to connect with your inner self. Do the dream work. Do the inner work that, take on a spiritual retreat or meditation, or something that engages inner healing for you in order for you to cut, sever, and release. Create space for stillness, for healing. This can be through journaling, this could be through therapy or spiritual retreats that can help you to explore and resolve these hidden dynamics. Avoid overextending yourself and honor the need for rest and recovery. Now, when Mars stations retrograde back into the sign of Cancer, there can be disagreements or misunderstandings between you and friends or groups that can surface. Remember that your 11th house represents your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, who you network with, who do you align yourself with for your future. And so there can be these disagreements. This is you feeling disconnected from your social circle or uncertain about your long-term aspirations, about I'm not sure where things are going. I don't know. I felt comfortable with it, but now I don't know my place in this. And so think of this as an opportunity to revisit these old friendships or these group affiliations in order to strengthen these meaningful connections for you. Reflect upon your goals and how your community supports or hinders them. Focus on your authenticity within your social interactions. Align your goals with your values so you can build the supportive network that reflects your aspirations. Remember that Mars retrograde is a time for you to slow down, to reflect, to reassess how we utilize Mars's energy of ambition and action and decisiveness in order to move forward. When this energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut and sever and remove what no longer serves us for our best and highest good. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking to book a private consultation, you can do that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Libra, Mars is going to station retrograde in your 11th house of what are my goals? What are my aspirations? Who do I align with in order to get to where I want to be? This is about teams and peers, like you connected with other people, humanitarian efforts, you with friendship. Now, this is your network. And so the challenge can be that there's tensions that arrive between these group dynamics or with friends. There can be collaborative projects or that can now face delays. You might question whether your social connections are truly aligned with your personal goals. Like, are you doing this because of somebody else? And does this still align with what I want? Look for the opportunities of reflecting on your friendships and your goal affiliations that support your personal growth. Revisit old collaborative efforts or community-based projects that once inspired you. Focus on building these meaningful connections in order to reevaluate your long-term aspirations, because Mars is going to allow you to cut and sever and let go of friendships, affiliations, or things that you were in charge of that no longer serve you. Mars is here to say, I need to focus on what my goals are, and I think some of my goals have changed. And it's your social groups of Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn, and it's what are you in charge of or what are you part of? Then Mars is going to move into the sign of Cancer. Now, when it moves into Cancer, this has to do with you, your career, your public life, your image, your reputation, the legacy that you want to leave behind. This is you feeling frustrated with your professional progress, or feeling a sense of stagnation within your career that could arise. There can be old career-related issues that might resurface, requiring your attention and a resolution. Use this time to reassess your career goals to make sure that they align with your emotional well-being. Reflect on how do you achieve a more balanced approach to your home and your work-life balance. Avoid making these career changes during this period that are impulse related. Instead, focus on refining your long-term plans and addressing these unresolved professional challenges as they arrive. Remember that Mars retrograde is a time to slow down, a time to reflect and reassess how you utilize Mars's energy of action and ambition and decisiveness. When this energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut, sever, and remove what no longer serves us for our best and highest good. And so for Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Scorpio, Mars is one of your co-rulers, and so having Mars stationing retrograde, you need to follow wherever it is in your chart. And Mars is starting out at the top of your chart. It's your career, your public reputation, it's leadership, it's the legacy that you want to leave behind. Your 10th house is your public image. It's at the top of your chart with promotion, success, achievement. It's all about you. And so with Mars here stationing retrograde, there can be these a career frustration that can now surface, such as feeling unappreciated or stuck within your current role. There can be leadership roles that may feel overwhelming or unsatisfying come up. Look at the opportunities of being able to reassess your career trajectory in order to refine your professional goals. Reflect on whether your current path does it align with your long-term visions in order for you to have success. Focus on strategic planning rather than immediate action. Use this time to build the solid foundation for future professional growth for yourself. Then Mars is going to back up into the sign of Cancer. Now, when it does this, your ninth house revolves around topics of higher learning, travel, your belief system, these cross-cultural experiences of you connecting with other people, places, and things. And so there can be delayed travel plans, or there can be challenges in your academic or philosophical pursuits that can arise. You might feel uncertain about your personal belief system or about your long-term vision. This could be, I have to go back and retake that class, or I have to go back and refinish some things. The ninth house has to do not just with travel delays, but and educational delays, but the ninth house also represents legal matters. And so opportunities can be you revisiting past academic and spiritual studies that once inspired you, you reflecting on how your beliefs with the worldview are evolving. Stay open to new perspectives that allow you to explore these deeper truths. Use this time for personal growth and expanding your horizons. Remember that Mars retrograde is a time to slow down, to pause, to reflect, and reassess how you utilize Mars's energy of ambition and action and decisiveness. Because when this energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut and to sever and remove what no longer serves us, so when it moves forward, the path is crystal clear. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Sagittarius, Mars is going to be stationing retrograde in your ninth house of higher learning, legal matters, your connection with other people that are like far and wide. It's religion and philosophy and belief. It's the area of your life where you experience personal growth and travel and just a connection with people that are not close to home. And so the challenge can be travel disruptions, delays in educational or philosophical pursuits, meaning I need to go back and restudy that class, I need to take that over again. This can leave you feeling frustrated, or I'm slow to get there, or I don't understand something. You might feel frustrated. You might question your sense of purpose or lose confidence in your long-term vision during this time. Revisit your old plans for travel or education that were once put on hold, because now's the time to reflect on how your beliefs and how your philosophy has evolved, and now you can consider refining them. Take a step back and reassess your goals and your aspirations. Explore your spiritual and your intellectual pursuits that inspire this deeper connection for your personal truth, your path. When Mars then moves into the sign of Cancer, your 8th house, the 8th house represents your shared resources, your transformation. It's the house of taboo topics and intimacy. It's the house of you connected with other people. And so the challenges can be issues with shared finances, such as taxes or debt or inheritances, alimony, child support. All of these topics can now arise, and there can be emotional wounds that are related to trust and intimacy that now resurface because of this. The opportunities that can come from this is you working on resolving financial matters and addressing these deep-seated fears around vulnerability and intimacy within yourself. This is a time of emotional and financial healing for you. Be intentional with how you share your resources and your energy with others. Focus on how can I build trust and how can I create stronger emotional connections with others. Remember that Mars retrograde is this time to slow down, to reflect, to reassess how we use Mars's energy of action and ambition and decisiveness, to not go after with impulsive energy and cut and sever and act in that way, to take the energy and focus inward, asking to cut, sever, and remove what no longer serves you with intention and with purpose. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Capricorn, Mars is going to be stationing retrograde first in your 8th house. Now, this is a hard house because it's about your shared resources, you transforming, you having these deep emotional connections. This is really going to be intense for you, but the outcome is going to be absolutely amazing. The 8th house revolves around topics of you connected with other people with taboo topics. It's alimony, child support. And so this can bring about these financial strains or these conflicts regarding shared resources of you connected with other people. And it's about you feeling emotionally vulnerable or facing challenges in deep intimate relationships. Remember that the 8th house is the house of birth, death, and rebirth, the house of transformation, and the house of healing after loss. It's also the house of connection with others, as in sexuality. So opportunities can be you reassessing your joint financial matters, you working on releasing emotional baggage. This is a chance for profound personal transformation and growth of healing the inner wound within you. I'm encouraging you to let go of what no longer serves you for your best and highest good, and to address the issues head on, to bring about those taboo topics, those secrets, and address them, whether it's an emotional burden or whether it's an a financial burden or an emotional wound. Both of these topics can surface for you, and so focus on healing and renewal. Then Mars is then going to dip back into your partnership sector. Now, the 7th house is your +1 house. Business partners, significant others, clients, one-on-one relationships, open enemies, exes, contracts, negotiations. So the challenge can be past issues within your relationships. So I'm hoping that you see the connection between these two houses. And you working on a resolution of how do I resolve these issues that are now coming to light. You might feel disconnected, or you might struggle to maintain harmony within partnerships or with clients, or again, open enemies and exes. The opportunities that can come from this is you reflecting on the balance within your relationships and how they align with your personal values. Revisit these old dynamics in order to heal and to strengthen the bonds. Focus on an open communication with wanting to have understanding. Use this time to clarify what you want and what you need within partnerships. Remember that Mars retrograde is a time for us to slow down and reflect and reassess how we're utilizing Mars's energy of action and ambition and decisiveness in all types of contracts, negotiations, partnership, control, whether you have control, want control, or have somebody having control over you. With this energy focused more inward, it's asking you to cut, sever, and remove what no longer serves you. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community for the latest updates, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Aquarius, Mars is currently in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, you connected with other people. This can be with personal or professional. This can be in contracts, negotiations, and so this could be marriage, partners, open enemies, exes. And so Mars always wants to cut and sever and remove whatever is in its path. The challenge here is about frustrations within your relationships that can arise, about unresolved issues that can now come to light. It's you feeling possibly disconnected or struggling to maintain harmony within these relationships. This could be with you with a client, you with a business partner, you just wanting to understand, wanting to initiate, go after, cut, and sever. So take some time to reflect on how you can balance your relationships, your partnerships. How can they align with your personal values? Revisit your old dynamics of you with other people, of what you normally do, because this is a chance to go inward, to think about, I need to heal and strengthen these bonds. What do I own within this? What is a repeated pattern? So I can cut and sever that and move forward with a more healthy relationship between me and others. Then, Aquarius, focus on all types of open communication for the purpose of wanting to have understanding. Clarify these things. Cut away things that are blocking or you not understanding. And so if this means resending an email or restating something, or asking for something to be restated for you, use this time to clarify what you need within these partnerships, or what you are looking for within partnership. If this is between you and a client, this could be realigning your contracts better. Remember that the house revolves around you with others and your way of communicating through either talking or nonverbal or contractually. Then when Mars moves back into your 6th house, remember the 6th house is your day-to-day living. It's your house of health, mental, physical health and well-being. It's your daily routines. This is also the house of finding a balance between home and career. And so now it brings work responsibilities to the forefront, you feeling overwhelmed, or things feeling like they are monotonous, on repeat, and doing the same thing over and over and not getting a different result within them. There could be health issues that come up, or fatigue coming up because you are not taking care of you. You are always of service to other people, nurturing, caring. This is the house of being of service to others, but if you don't nurture yourself first, then think of it as, I feel like I am a slave to this job, or a slave to this relationship or this partnership. This can be bringing attention to, you need to reassess your daily routines. You needing to make sure that you're putting your priorities of maintaining your health before everything else. The purpose of Mars being here is you cutting and severing what is getting in the way of you seeing that doctor, you seeing that chiropractor. This is the house of alternative health care and healing, but it's also where I take my dog for the daily walk, or I go to the yoga class, or I make sure that I'm taking time to meditate. Focus on improving your daily habits, making sure that you are finding a better balance between your work and your self-care, your nurturing of others, making sure that you're reflecting on creating a more sustainable routine in order for you to follow it. Prioritize rest and wellness at this time. Use this time to let go of any unproductive habits and establish this healthier foundation for yourself, for your daily life. Having Mars retrograde here can have you bring up the attention of, it's time for me to stop that bad habit. It's time for me to get healthier. It's time for me to do this. And you can easily, or with more ease, cut and sever whatever is in your way for better mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being for yourself. Remember that Mars retrograde is going to be a time to slow down, to go within, to reflect, to reassess how we utilize Mars's energy of action and ambition and decisiveness. You focusing on you before you are taking care of others, prioritizing your well-being first. When the energy is focused inward, it's asking us to cut and sever and remove what no longer serves us. And for you, this is going to be with healthy boundaries with people and making sure that you're putting your health and well-being, getting rid of habits above everything else. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content, check out my Patreon community and don't forget to subscribe. So for Pisces, Mars is currently in your 6th house of your day-to-day living. It's your health, your mental, physical well-being. It's your daily routines. It's habits. It's how I balance my home and my work career. It also includes pets and coworkers. It's the balance between home and career. And so you might be looking at burnout or overwork, or things that you're doing, being not nurturing your inner self, forgetting to go to the appointments, the doctor appointments, the health care portion of this. And there can be these frustrations that you might feel between coworkers, or you might feel like there's inefficiencies in your daily routines that can arise. You can use Mars to cut and sever and get rid of bad habits, get rid of things that are holding you back from sustainability. Take time to reevaluate your approach to your work and your health and well-being. Focus on refining your habits on you. You can only control yourself and not other people. Look to create these routines that support your overall well-being. Like if you're wanting to exercise, set up an appointment like that daily or that bi-weekly time with your friend that you are being held accountable in a healthy way. Avoid pushing yourself too hard at this time, because this is a going within in order to cut and sever, and you don't want to be too hard on yourself. This is a time for you to establish these healthy boundaries between your work and home, and prioritizing your self-care in order to restore the balance so you can regain healthiness. As Mars then slips into your 5th house, the 5th house for you brings about topics of creativity and romance and children, healing the inner child. It's about self-expression and joy. Remember that Mars wants to cut and sever. And so when it's retrograde, it's going within. And so there can be creative blocks. There can be these romantic frustrations that can arise. There can be disharmony between you and your child, or leaving, this is about pain that's leaving you uninspired or disconnected from joy, children, or your inner child. Take time to revisit your past creative projects of what can I finish? What do I want to go back and look at? What brings me pleasure? Maybe these hobbies that once brought you happiness. Reflect on how you can bring more joy and more spontaneity into your day-to-day living. Focus on reconnecting with your inner child, or with children in general, or how can I heal my inner child? Engage in activities that make you feel alive, make you feel authentic, even if they're purely just for fun. It doesn't have to be all work and no play. Remember that Mars retrograde is a time for you to slow down. It's a time to reflect. It's to reassess wherever that Mars is at. And so Mars is taking time to say, are you taking time every single day for fun and joy and pleasure? Or is every day work? Is every day an appointment? Are you taking time to prioritize your mental health care, your physical wellness? Mars's energy is about action and ambition and decisiveness. It wants to cut and sever. And so at this time, you can cut and sever all bad habits and remove them. When the energy is focused inward, it's asking you to remove what no longer serves you. So you're going to be taking some time and saying, I need to focus on what brings me joy and pleasure. What can I focus on that I can do every single day that is self-care for me? So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe.